Hi, Louise. Thank you so much for hopping on today and chatting a little bit about Jellypod.
My
Would you
pleasure.
be able to? Yeah, thank you so much. Will you be able to tell the audience a bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Dr. Louise. I live here in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. I have lived here since 2003, and I'm a positive psychologist, and I do consulting in organizations, research, and content apparently now.
Wow, so cool. Yeah, you're doing it all. You're doing the full
Yeah.
the full gambit.
Yes.
I can't wait for this conversation. I'm really excited to hear how we're helping you, in your day job, but also in this new flex into content. So I guess the first thing is, I'm curious to know, like, what were you trying to accomplish before you ever met Jellypod? Or before you even heard about it, like maybe right up to it. What were you trying to do?
So I try to do many things. I do have a podcast series. I've got an online course. I mean, I have lots of avenues for content. But essentially, a co-researcher of mine, probably about a month ago, sent me a frantic voice note saying, "Oh my God, you got to check out this site." So he dumped our research, our published research, into Jellypod, and ta-da! It came out the other end as a podcast. So he's thrilled about this, and I got very curious, and lo and behold, started dumping my research studies, and now have a whole suite of podcast episodes. So yeah, it's pretty brilliant.
Wow, that's incredible. Maybe this question makes more sense in talking about the podcast you were creating before Jellypod, but were there certain like challenges that you were experiencing, or were there goals that you were shooting for with that old podcast before that, serendipitous message came in?
I think I love doing podcasts. They just take an exponential amount of time and brain power to write out a script. I don't like podcasts when people are just like blah, 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 going off in all sorts of tangents and directions. I hate that. And I've never wanted to do this. So I like scripting. I like having a point. I like having things that are well researched. So this just answered like my life goals and my whole life dreams. So it's just like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? Um, it just a massive savings in time, but also all the wordiness that you literally spend time having to type out and rephrase, and then you do a typo and you miss a letter and you come back and so this has just been like a massive, I hate to use the word game changer. Everybody uses that word, but yeah, it has. So huge savings in time, but also allows me to organize my thoughts and in short, have somebody do the heavy lifting, but gives me the freedom to then go in and make the changes I want and personalize it in the way that I want. So it's still my work, it's my thoughts, it's my ideas, it's my research. I just don't need to put so much time into it.
Helping people get their vision out into the world as quickly as possible has been our North Star. So it's refreshing just to hear it, especially somebody all the way on the other side of the globe. So that's so cool. I'd love to know a bit more about the project. Why was this podcast like so important to you? Maybe like in the big picture of what you're doing, or maybe something specific, like a specific moment that made this podcast so important and so worth doing.
So a couple of things. One is the need to translate science into simple words. And I can spend hours and hours trying to rewrite things and to grasp things simply. But if AI can do it for me in literally 48 seconds, thank you. I'll take that. So that's one. Two is I also cut out having to pay somebody to edit and re-record and remove the oh wait, did I just say that? Oh shit, sorry. And then have to edit out all the bleeps. This takes a long time. So you don't have to sit in a studio, you don't have to do all sorts of endless recordings. But the other thing, and this is really how it fits into the bigger project, I guess, is to have something to offer for free. So when I'm trying to sell online courses, I also do a lot of work in corporates as well. So that's where the money is. But it's you either buy a big, massive, expensive product for me or nothing. So this is a way to have something to offer as a teaser, as a freebie, as a gift. And so it suits my purposes, but also it doesn't really cost, and I don't have to spend a lot of time doing it.
and just a great way for people to get to see some of what they're going to get on the big plan, quickly. I'm curious about, I know it sounds like, just from what you've said, it all happened very serendipitously, but were there any options that you considered, potentially? I mean, an option is like not moving forward at all, or maybe different podcasting tools.
None. I don't like having to make 50 million decisions. I hate this. I get decision fatigue very quickly. So if somebody can offer me a product, it works. It works the first time. It's quick. It's easy. I don't have to school myself to be able to use it. Sold. That's all. That's all I need. So I don't like having to research, but also having to Google. Well, nobody Googles anymore, but having to chat GPT, the product that I'm thinking to buy, to understand how to use it, or to have to watch endless tutorials. It just needs to be seamless. I'm terrible with tech. So this was just like, create a new podcast, click, make a new episode, click. Like, it's just stupidly simple. You can't mess it up. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait. My co-founder is going to love that. I mean, we obsess over the UX and making sure that this thing is just
it's really good. Yeah, because I get pissed off quickly and I abandon stuff fast. So if it doesn't work first shot, I just give up. No, this is good.
Awesome. That's good to hear. And then I guess taking a step back, I understand now your goals for the podcast. What does like success look like? Are there certain results that you're looking for, maybe metrics, any outcomes that you'd like to see from this?
I mean, certainly people listening, that'd be wonderful. The other thing I do want to try, I'm just kind of, again, I'm hoping it's as seamless as all the rest, to market or to sell a podcast in English is difficult because everybody speaks in English, but I do speak French. So I also want to try this in a different language. Again, it's good, the quality is excellent, it's beautifully written, and to be able to monetize that. So that's going to be my next little project, is how do I flip this into another language and see what else it does. So I'll be exploring things over the weekend and seeing what else I can do.
You're happy enough with the English, and now you're excited to see if you can get even bigger reach with the content. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious, just like the sort of the how, the nuts and bolts. I mean, you mentioned it's as easy as a click and a click and a click. Like how?
And it is 3 clicks. It is 3 clicks.
Are there things that stand out about the how, the process, how it helps you accomplish your project? Like, were there, maybe unexpected benefits or unexpected moments in that journey?
Yeah, I mean, for one, so you just kind of dump in your information, articles, whatever it is that you want. So the fact that it allows me to structure my ideas before producing the podcast, I like this. So you don't feel like you've wasted your time and now you're like, oh, I don't really like it. No, get it straight, take your time. So moving, chapters 1, 2, 3, moving things around, this is fantastic. The other thing that I didn't expect, I thought I would, again, do everything manually. This is how we do things in the old days. Have to download, upload it somewhere else. And now I'm like, what? Spotify? It's like, it just is hosting all these things for me, but also making me famous. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Because I wouldn't even know, I don't know Spotify. I'm 50. I don't know these things. So to have to go again, do more research, figure out how to get this on a platform, like it just, again, made it very easy. So click, here's your link, here's the instructions, go do it, submit. And I'm like, so easy.
That's great. And it sounds like a lot of things sort of won you over: the simplicity, the outline editing, the RSS feed, the hosting across the different distribution channels.
That's what you call it, RSS feeds. Yes. So you don't even know tech. You don't even know what these things are called.
I guess to put a bow on it, my final question is basically, if you were to summarize Jellypod and what you like about it to, someone that you've never met, what would you say?
You know what? I wouldn't tell them about it, because if everybody starts using it, people will, have a better podcast. So it's kind of like the little secret you don't want people to know. I know that doesn't suit your purposes, but I'm like, podcast? Oh no, I do mine the old-fashioned way. Yeah, no. But if I had to tell it to my best friends, like the easiest fucking thing you've ever done.